Welcome back to the channel, Legends. Today, I am going to show you one of my favorite loot runs on Reserve. And one of the main reasons I like this loot run is because there are 3 different types of extracting from the map. And also, it is quite low risk. So, I'm going to go through this loot run with you guys now in detail so you can follow along. Or let me know in the comments if there's anything that I'm missing or any keys that I should be getting. I will say what makes this loot run even better is if we just have a quick look at what items we're going to be getting from this loot run, what items have the chance to spawn. So we have M cables, flash drives, green batteries, military tubes, all that good stuff, VBXs, which I know you all need for quests, the military comm, wireless transmitters, vertexes, relays, you name it, you can get all of these items from this loot run. Again, very RNG, whether you're going to get it, but it's very, very low risk. Now, there is one key that I recommend if you can get your hands on. You can loot it in scav pockets. You can loot it in jackets. That's those sorts of things. And it is this key right here. So this key right here, RBKPRL, allows you to open the guard office up the top of Dome. And that will give you 2 extra safes. Now, with this loot run, you do get 2 safes for absolutely free. But with this key, you double that to 4 safes. So, we're going to jump straight into a match. Again, this is a PVE loot run. You could do this loot run on PvP, but you probably would be contested. Okay, Legends. So, we're loading into a daytime reserve. Let's see what spawn we get. We're going to be heading straight up to the top of Dome. Sounds like we spawned inside. Okay. We're going to take the. We're going to try and take this safe route here. We're going to go around the outside. So we're just going to stick to the outside wall to try and keep ourselves as safe as possible. And try and get up there as quickly as possible. Let's get our stamina back up here. Got some shots down at the K buildings down there. Hopefully bosses down there and not over in these pawn buildings. Now, if I do get a spawn quite far away, this is what I tend to try and do, to try and keep myself as safe as possible. Again, we're not here to do any quests. We're here just to do a loot run. Get all that juice, make some monies, get our items for quests, hideout items. You name it, this lovely little loot run can achieve that. Now, I have got this loot run down to about 15 minutes. If you're being really ruthless with what you want to actually loot. Seems to be a lot of action going on down there, which is actually good for us. Now, there is a PMC spawn up here. You can spawn up here on your PMC as well, which is obviously the perfect scenario. So it's not completely risk-free, this initial part, getting up here, potentially dealing with PMCs up here, or even the boss up here. We did encounter the boss up here yesterday. The boss, I don't believe the boss spawns up here. I believe what happens is the PMCs spawn up here, and the bosses and his minions push the PMCs. Now, in my experience, the PMCs have spawned at the back of this guardhouse and further down the road here. So we're just going to go up here. We're going to take a little bit of caution as we're pushing up here. Listening for any audio, any comms from potential PMCs or scavs. Scavs can roam up here as well, although I very, very rarely see them up here. So I think we're good. We've not heard anything. So, okay. So as I mentioned in the intro here, this key doubles the amount of safes that you can get on this run. This is the RBKPRL key. And yeah, so there's 2 safes in this room. You've got one as you're going through the door here. So we're going to hit up the safes, computers, etc. We're going to leave the filing cabinets just for the purposes of recording. I don't want this video to be too long for you guys. You got some weapon boxes that you can loot up in here, some posters, and then this is the second safe. See if we can get any lucky in here. I think we're going to get a cat, chat. I think we're going to get a cat. Okay, there we go. Also, this little box here, you can open it. I have never found anything in it. So if any of you guys have, please, 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 please make sure you pop it in the comments of what you found in there. And I've looted this room many, many, many times. Last wipe. Not so much this wipe. I got the key very early on, luckily, out of a jacket. And then there's one PC there, and then you got your third safe. Manuals, SAS drives, and some streamer items. Okay, you have got two filing cabinets here, but again, and a gun rack here, which can spawn weapon attachments, a weapon, and some ammo and stuff in there as well. I've got some spawns for some weapon crates here and here, but we're going to head straight on down again, just for the purposes of just for the purposes of the video and showing you guys this run. Now, in an ideal world, we get really lucky and we get some of these items on this run. So you got loose hideout items here. You can get toolboxes all around this area. One spawns in the corner there as well. But we're going to head on down these noisy old stairs. Now, this is kind of the risk-free part of this loot run. Once you get to here, I have very, very, very rarely ever seen anything down here. Again, if there's a PMC spawn here, some scavs can push up here. We've got duffel bags, and we've got toolboxes. Ammo can spawn here. Ammo, weapon parts can spawn there. We're just going to loot a couple of these toolboxes up. See if we can get any goodies. There's hoses for the hideout. ES lamps, we need that. And we need the expanded foam as well. That's a nice little find right there. As you can see, I'm filling this backpack up pretty quick. So if we find some juicy stuff, we might have to be a bit ruthless of what we need to drop. So loose spawn here, water filter, boom. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then this door here, there's a potential for 3 duffel bags to spawn. And they have spawned. Lovely. Don't sleep on that door there. Make sure you loot that. Duffel bags, you can pretty much get any item in the game. We've got some fuel. We've got some adrenaline. We're gonna leave the fuel for now. I'm actually going to be coming out with a loot run guide for Interchange and the new expansion areas in Interchange. Weapon box, loose spawns on here and on this little surface here. And we're going to go down into this room here. Okay, we're going to loot upstairs first, and then we're going to head on downstairs, and I'll show you where I found some VPXs, Vertexes, etc. So you always want to be checking these white shelves here on these rack units, and then also in the back here you can find toolboxes. Toolboxes can spawn underneath there on this side of this metal container here. And then you've got a loose weapon loose spawn here. Technical stuff. And also a toolbox can spawn there as well. So keep an eye out for them. Check these shelves here. I found military cables on here and on these shelves. Check all these. We've got another PC that we can loot. Some capacitors. Two more sets of filing cabinets. The safe. We've just got a streamer item, and also you can get electronic stuff on these little shelves here. Okay, so again, box there. We'll be checking all these. Checking all these. A box can spawn here. Tool crate. Also, I found a VPX, Vertex, all sorts of stuff here. Just literally on the corner here. So make sure you give that a little look. And then heading down, I always scan this box here because you can have electronic spawns on the box. And then I want to be checking all these boxes here as well. They can drop on all these, on these little units here in this box. Again, toolbox on this box, on this unit here, on this unit, toolbox. Toolbox can spawn underneath here as well, and here. And then you want to be checking this little box here. I have found VPXs hidden in that box there, so don't walk past that box. So where this capacitor spawn is here, this is where you can get vertexes, VPXs, etc., etc. Bit unlucky on this run. Toolbox here. And then you want to be checking the floor just by this cardboard here, looking for that white dot. Because sometimes things spawn underneath the cardboard here. Check all these units here at the back. And then heading into D2 now. This is where you extract. You've got loose items that spawn on the floor. Items spawn on this shelf. On this trolley here. And you can, last wipe, I've not seen it since release, but there was a comms wireless unit that used to spawn upright, right in the middle of the floor here. So you can find helixes, tubing, that sort of stuff on this back area here. Make sure you give that a little glance. And then down inside D2, we have duffel bag spawn, and then you can get a rare item spawn here. So like gold chains, those sorts of things, cats, and then another duffel bag behind this pipe. This duffel bag can be a little bit annoying to get, but I kind of just spam F, and it lets you in. And we just fight our way through this pipe. Another duffel bag here. We'll loot the other one on the way back out because we're actually going to go and do the longer run that I like to do, which is a little bit more risky because you're dealing with PMCs and raiders. Poster. Another duffel bag. Oh, we'll have a drink. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Another duffel bag can spawn on top here as well, so you can get two in this room. I've not found anything else, like in these little cubby holes this wipe, so I'm not sure if anything spawns there. But always check the jackets. You might get lucky and get the key that you're after. And then we're going to come back down here and extract later. Now, if you didn't have the Red Rebel or you don't want to go down into the bunker, what you can do is go all the way back up. You can extract using the Red Rebel if you've got one. If not, you can run back down to the no backpack extract. So there's 3 different extracts that you can use for this loot run. The main area where you can get the juice is down here. We were very, very unfortunately unlucky on this loot run. It sounds like we've got PMCs down here because I'm hearing them call out that they're reloading. So they must be down in the bunker down here. So you can get item spawn here, motors, cables, that sorts of things on that little wedge there underneath that light. And then you want to be looking down here for motors. You've got a tube there. We've got a motor there. Tube there as well. So this is as far just this area here. You can have a ammo spawn here. And then you can have medical and ammo in this box here. We got some ammo this time. This is about as far as you want to come. If you're wanting to stay safe, get out with the juice. Now, if you're feeling a bit brave, you want to take on some raiders. They're not always spawned down here. But we're going to go and turn the power on and look for some more rare item technical spawns. So this is where we want to come, up these stairs. Now, you've got to be careful because raiders can spawn or PMCs can spawn literally right below this this entryway here and also just down this corridor. So I'm always checking them when I come here. If they spot you, it can be quite difficult because you're kind of stuck in this doorway. Also, so this door here, this is a big metal door here. If this is closed, it's kind of safe to say that nothing's down here. Raiders and PMCs spawn on the opposite side, and they normally come through this door here. So that's a good little indication that you might be alone down here. Okay. So we're just gonna check down here. Now I did hear them voiping. I'm just gonna check this. Now the first door I want to check is this one here. I don't see anyone, so we're just gonna shut this. So this is where you got to be a little bit more, take a little bit more caution. You have got some ammo spawns here. You can get some good ammo in these little shelves here. So this is definitely worth checking out. Loads of technical supply crates, medical, and let's just check this quickly. So you can get medical and food crates, technical supply crates, etc., etc. there. I just like to clear this little area as well. Because you can get scavs and PMCs that run down this hallway here. I just spotted this ammo here, so I'm just going to take a quick look. It's PS. No, thank you. No, thank you. But yeah, there's plenty of boxes and stuff that you can get down here. Toolboxes all along here. I think there's up to 3 that can spawn. One in that gap and one at the end here, which is here. And then in here, we just want to double check. Now, this is where you can find iridium, vertexes, those things on these shelves here and in these little grooves here. It's a shame we haven't found any actually, because it'd be really nice to show you guys. And then obviously, if you've got the mark room key, this is the door for the mark room key down here, which I have looted. I've done all 10 uses. I managed to get 2 key cases. 1 dog's tag case, a injector's case, 2 green labs key cards, 1 blue labs key card, the extraction key card on interchange. I forget what it's called. #21 something, and plenty of weapons. But it hasn't been as good as it was before the release, in my opinion. Again, complete RNG. So you can loot up down here if you want to. What we're going to do is we're just going to hit the power. The main reason for me coming down here is to check these spawns along here. So we've got unlucky, but I promise you, if you do this loot run, you will either get very rich or you will find your items very, very quickly. We have left a lot of loot out, but we have. We've only been recording this for 16 minutes so far. So you could get this run very down to a minimal 10, 15 minutes and just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. So we're going to check for raiders here. They seem to be pretty silent. Hard to hear their footsteps. So we're going to check this way. And the raiders don't always spawn when you turn power on, but there is a high chance of them spawning. We might have got lucky here, which is good. Again, it's mitigating some of that risk. Okay, I think we're good. And then we're just going to head up. Again, we're going to recheck this angle, corridor. And then we're going to head to the D2 extract. Now, this should be clear, but I'm always a little bit on guard. Because if scavs do go up to dome, if the doors and stuff are all open, they will path down here sometimes. Very, very, very rare do I see it. Very rare do I see it. Hence why this is one of my favorite little loot runs. Again, we've been live now for about 18 minutes. Now, if you were just fully focused on this run, I think you'd easily be able to get it down to 15 minutes, depending on where you spawn and how far into the run you go. If you're going to use the D2 extract, then obviously it's going to take a little bit longer, especially if you get raiders, scavs, PMCs, etc. down there. But yeah, that's pretty much the run, guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of the items showcased at the beginning of the video, but I do promise you they do spawn down there. We've been pretty lucky. We've managed to get our hideout upgraded pretty well with items just found in raid instead of having to buy them off the flea market. And yeah, like I say, 10, 15, 20-minute run, depending on how far you want to go. I would say that key for the guard tower mentioned in the video, at the beginning of the video, sorry. Very useful. You know, it doubles the amount of safes you're going to get in this run. I would say the main points to look out for is obviously if you're going down into D2, you're going to deal with raiders, PMCs, scavs, etc. And it's where you spawn. So if you spawn on the other end of the map, again, it's going to be more difficult to get to the dome. If you spawn up in the dome, golden, you haven't got anything to worry about. Things to watch out for, again, spawns, PMCs spawning up there, and bosses pushing PMCs up there, and bosses actually being up at dome. Again, that's happened to me once. I've done this run multiple times, this wipe so far, and it happened once, and we were grouped up, and I believe that there was a PMC up there before, so the guards kind of rushed up there. That's the only reason why we found Gluko and his boys up there. So it's once you get up into the dome, get down underneath, it's pretty much a 99% risk-free run, unless you're obviously going down to turn power on to extract at D2. But I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I've enjoyed making it. I've got another guide coming out for you guys very soon for an interchange run. Interchange has had a big buff in 1.0, and I've got a cool little loot run that I like to do, which doesn't involve going inside the mall, getting all sorts of stuff, orthomoscopes, defibs, lead X's, moonshines, hideout goodies, fuel, more fuel than you could ever carry in your backpack, all sorts of quest items, fuel conditioners, etc. So I'm going to be bringing that to you guys very soon. So if you did like this video, please feel free to drop a little sub, like the video, and comment on anything that I can improve making these videos, and also any items that you found on your loot runs that I may have missed off the list. But again, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I shall see you next time. Take care.